So, Highway, would you like to kick off this rant, my boy? Oh, wait, hold on. We should probably tell them what it's about first. Today, we're going to be ranting about people who bitch about RWBY's animation style as their first judgment every time.
And quite honestly, this can be applied to literally any TV show or anime.
It can be, but RWBY gets it the most, just because it's not...
RWBY gets it a lot.
RWBY, okay. You show someone RWBY, the first thing, always the first thing they bitch about is the animation style. Always. No exceptions whatsoever. I got that other guy on Xbox to try RWBY. The first thing he bitched about 3 episodes in is the fucking animation style. It's always the animation style. Just because it's not traditional animation style for anime, okay? But all anime looks the fucking same at this point.
And newsflash, there are other 3D animated anime shows out there.
I've never heard of them, and that's probably why people bitch about it, because they probably haven't heard of them either.
Yes, they are kind of relatively new medium, but they are out there, like Knights of Sidonia, that's 3D animated. So.
Highway and I think RWBY's animation style is really nice, especially for Volume 4, but we already talked about Volume 4, so we're not going to do that again.
It's one of those deals where if you watch the series, you realize it really wouldn't work as well with any other animation style.
Yeah, but people are just too fucking close-minded and stupid, like that fuck... You know what? I think I should put up those, text messages that I showed you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. Here's basically what happened.
Oh yeah, that guy.
I told my friend that, like, Highway calls him an anime elitist. Do you want to define what that is real quick?
Pretty much one of those people who believe they have some sort of superior taste in anime, and that something that they don't like is pretty much just factually shit, and you are shit for watching it.
Yep, that's basically what happened.
They're the kind of people who will go up to your face, call your favorite anime trash, and shove their own down your throat.
Yeah. Alright, then anyway, that's basically what this guy does, and I don't really want to go too into it because he still is my friend. He's just kind of a dick about RWBY. But anyway, so here's what happened with this guy, okay? The first time I had him watch RWBY was with me. He was over, you know, we were watching Netflix, and I'm like, dude, you gotta try my favorite show, man. It's called RWBY. It's really, really, really cool. Of course, the first thing he bitches about in the first fucking, let's see, whenever Salem got done talking, Torchwick showed up. The first thing he bitches about is the animation style. Of course, it always is. We watched the entirety of Season 1, and he said it was good, and then when I tried to get him to watch the rest of it, he started saying it was shit. So, yeah, but anyway.
Without actually even giving it a chance, and without saying that Volume 3 is just great.
I basically just say you're not really allowed to have an opinion on the entirety of the show until you're completely done with what's already out there.
So yes, you can have an impression. You can judge the first volume for it is because you watched it all the way through.
Yeah.
You know, you can have an impression for what the show is at that point, but it's really unfair to judge the entirety of a show based on the first.
Which is what he continues to do. I got some of my other friends into RWBY, and he really liked the show. We would talk about it, and then he would sit over there and basically shit on us for watching it, and then start talking about fucking One Piece.
Now, I will say I do enjoy One Piece, but, you know, it's just kind of the, you know,
and that's where my next argument come in. But first, let me finish the story, okay?
Alright.
So, the story basically goes, I told him, hey, if you like One Piece so much, and you like talking about it so much, how about you finish RWBY, and I will watch the entirety of One Piece for you.
Which is over 700 episodes, by the way.
I was willing to do it, too, but here's what happened. He started watching it again, and I told him to watch the entirety of Season 1 again, because more than likely he didn't fucking pay attention, because he obviously didn't like it anyway. So I made him watch the entirety of Season 1 again. He got to Season 2, Episode 6, and along the way, he was telling me he was going in with a neutral state of mind, and then here's what he said. When they got to the Red vs. Blue Puma reference, well, first of all, he was making negative comments about everything he possibly could have bitched about up until that point. On that reference, and Highway and I think it's a great reference, but he said they ruined the fucking reference. Are you fucking serious? So you know what? Here's what I said.
Just let that sink in.
Here's what I said. I'm done. Stop watching it. I'm not watching One Piece, you stupid fucking turd. But anyway, actually, you know what? That's not even what I said. I could probably still find the text messages and scroll down. I'm not going to show the number or the face, of course, but...
Of course not.
Because that's wrong. You know, I don't.
But quite honestly, what really got me in his little argument was, one, the fact that he said he's watched lots of anime before, so he has a more refined taste.
Yeah.
So, for one thing, there. Yeah. But also the fact that he specifically said he forcefully kept another friend of his from watching the series to quote-unquote protect him from trash.
That's not exactly what he said. I basically told him that he was telling this other guy not to watch it while I was trying to get him to try it. And this guy was willing to go in with an actual neutral state of mind because he'd never seen it before. So yeah. I was telling him about it. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a try. And then this guy is like, don't try it. It's trash. And I'm like, dude... Can you just let him, yeah, form his own opinion? And so we were talking about it later, and I'm like, dude, then why are you telling this guy you don't want him to watch it? And then he's like, because I'm trying to, he calls him his brother. He's like, I'm trying to protect my brother from cancer. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I basically started comparing his favorite show to his opinions of my favorite show. I basically told him, I've only seen a few episodes of One Piece, and I thought they were garbage. That's basically my argument, and I did think they were garbage because I hadn't seen a lot yet. I didn't know what the story was. I think an elastic guy is a dumb concept. We already got Mr. Fantastic. You know?
And Plastic Man.
I don't know who the fuck that is, man.
Plastic Man's the DC version of Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, okay.
He's also a lot funnier, but anyway.
Alright. Anyway, so that's basically what happened with him, and it still pisses me off to this day, and that's why I still haven't watched One Piece, and I don't plan to. And you know what, with this other guy, I told him I would actually watch the entirety of Full Metal Alchemist if he watched all of Season 3 with an open state of mind. You can like or dislike RWBY all you want after you finish it, but judging the whole show on what you've seen in Season 1 is fucking stupid.
Because, as you all know, Volume 1 doesn't even scratch the surface of what RWBY is.
Yeah, but another thing that some people will say is RWBY takes too long to get into the story. Even though each episode does contribute to the story in some way.
And especially when you get into Volume 3, you realize that every single episode from Volume 1 has a really significant role in the story.
We haven't talked about any of the characters yet, because if people see this rant and actually want to try RWBY, then I don't want to really spoil anything for them.
Yeah, just like, I do highly recommend it, and you're free to like or dislike it. Just go in it with an open mind, and you know, just look over it for what it is.
Don't bitch about the animation style. It's not that bad, okay?
It's like, yes, you can have your reservations about it, but don't let that be the deciding factor about whether you watch or not. Because trust me, it is worth it. The animation gets so much better, especially with Volume 4.
Not so much better. It basically kind of well, up until the fucking Volume 4 teaser trailer, but that's a different video. But I mean, that shit looked clean. But
that was great. But
Volume 1 through 3 looks pretty much the same, except for a few.
Except they get a lot more polished as time goes on.
It gets more and more polished as it goes, but I wouldn't say it's a big improvement, but Volume 4 is definitely a huge improvement. It's a very, very noticeable improvement. Like, okay, it's basically like if you're watching Volume 1 all the way to Volume 3, you really don't notice the change all that much, but if you go from Volume 3 back to Volume 1, then you kind of see it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially like the like when Torchwood kind of crushes the cigarette with his cane, you can they kind of improve on that a little bit. Although there was that one time.
There's a lot of moments in Volume 1 where the animation looked a little awkward at times. But
there was
those have gone down significantly since then.
I think it was Volume 2. It looked like Torchwick was holding up that guy by the chin, not with his cane, but with fucking mind powers.
Oh yeah, that.
And I kind of got a kick out of that, but at least it didn't ruin the whole fucking show.
Also the fact that he literally bends his cane, but that's also just comedic.
Yeah, but the story is fantastic. You just have to give it a second to build up. It might take a little while. It takes 7 hours to build up. Well, not 7 hours. It takes about 4.5 hours to really get somewhere. but that's just if you're watching it all at once.
The story really starts picking up around Volume 2, which is around like about hour.
Yeah, and
a
a lot of things start to become very intriguing, like the fact that this one character never speaks, and you kind of question where this other character came out of.
And the sheer amount of foreshadowing and references they put in there and just tie everything together is great.
Yes. Let's see, what was that one last thing?
And anyways, long story short, don't judge things by the art, give it a chance.
Yeah, just give it a chance, dude. And you know what? If you guys know someone who is very similar to the people we mentioned today, let us know in the
RWBY
comments,
or with any other show in general.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, or just don't tell us at all, and show your friend this video. And you know what? If they still won't listen, dude, get them in a Skype call with us. We'll rant at them personally.
Well, Gamer will rant all
the
sidelines to, you know...
You'll basically be on the
be a bit more
sidelines to kind of agree.
democratic about it.
Well, I'm more of the kind of guy who rants at people, and you kind of touch up on the points I make. That's basically what you do.
In a more, you know, not so harsh way.
Well, dude, I can be as harsh as I want, dude.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm there to tone it down.
That's how I got this one stupid fucktard out of depression.
Yeah.
I think I told you that story already. But
you
that's
did, multiple times.
Yeah. Anyway, so if you know somebody who is like these people, please share this video with them and fucking tell them that RWBY is cool. That season 1 may be a little slow, but give it the fucking show a chance to progress, dude. It's such an interesting show. It's not for everybody, and they can develop their own opinions, but they have to finish it first.
Well, at least finish what they have now. But
what? Yeah. I mean, dude, come on.
But yeah, just with any show in general, just get them to give it a chance.
Now, I know what you're gonna say in the comments. You're gonna be like, "Whoa, dude, the amount of salt in this video is too damn high." It's not salt, dude. It's just something that needs to be fucking talked about.
Yeah, just judging anime and shows by their art is just kind of stupid.
It's really stupid, dude.
Well, yes, and art is a big part of it. It's not what ultimately defines the series.
And like you said, RWBY wouldn't work with any other animation style. It really wouldn't.
And pretty much almost every other show out there, they just wouldn't work without that specific animation style. So
yeah, but anyway,
just give it a chance.
So, I hope you guys agree with these points that we made. I hope you do share these with some of your elitist fucktard friends.
Or at least some of those who are a bit skeptical about the series.
Yeah. I hope you show them this, and I hope they think differently and end up really enjoying the show. If they do really enjoy the show, please introduce our channel to them. That would really help us out too. We'll basically do discussions and theorizing on things coming up, as well as news that we get on new shits.
Yeah, hopefully try not to get too ranty in the future in those vlogs.
Well, I don't plan to rant a lot, because this is pretty much all you gotta rant about when it comes to RWBY.
Pretty much.
Because that's all anyone ever complains about. It's always the same. But if this many people like the show, then they're doing something right. You just gotta remember that.
Something's going right. You just gotta give it a chance.
If you don't like it, oh well, dude. You do you. But just fucking finish the shit first. Jesus Christ.
Judge it for what the show is, not because of its art.
Now this is gonna be the official end to this video, so... If you guys think you know a lot about RWBY, please tell us in the comments below, and we'll get in touch and see if we can get you in a video at some point. Maybe you can make some points, and we'll kind of go off that. Maybe you can give us some topics for future discussions, and yeah, so watch for everyone else's shit. I think War is going to be doing a battle podcast before too long.
Whenever he shows up.
Yeah, whenever he fucking shows up. And PD's just kind of there for the news, and Sooner should put some Grim Eclipse gameplay up soon. Also...
In other words, Gamer gonna keep pounding him until he does.
Yeah! But also, please go check out my AMVs. They're kind of old, and they're from my other channel, but I plan to release a lot since this is a RWBY-related channel, although I do find, since Volume 4 is 112 days away or so, I find it kind of pointless to make any more AMVs, but I have a few songs I want to get out, like that one song. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Take that as how you will.
Alright, but anyway. I'm GamerSix66, this is Highway20Rider, and we'll see you next time.